Hello students, I am back again for class 9 maths. We will do today chapter quadrilaterals exercise 8.1 and we will see question number 5 and 6. So let's begin. Hello students, I hope you have done and practiced the earlier questions of exercise 8.1, that is from question number 1 to question number 4, and you have got a little bit concept about what other things going on. So let's do question number 5 today, and that is, if you see in the screen, the question is given so that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal and bisect each other at right angles, then it is a square. Okay, so let's write what are the given part here. What is given here? ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AC is equal to BD and AC is the perpendicular to BD. Okay, diagonals are equal. It is already given. AC and BD is our diagonal here, and then after they are perpendicular to each other. That means AC is perpendicular to BD. Okay, so that means they are making 90 degree at the center of the quadrilateral. Okay, what need to be proved here? To prove ABCD is a square. So if you have seen my earlier video, and in the beginning of this chapter I have made one video about the concept and the properties of various quadrilaterals. So there we have seen that a square, what it contains, a square should be all sides equal, and then after any one angle, the corner angles made by the vertices of the square should be 90 degree. If we show that one, then we can directly write that ABCD is a square. Okay, so let's start our solution. We will take two triangles, triangle AOD and triangle BOC. So AOD and BOC. Okay, we are taking these two triangles. So from these two triangles, what we can write here? What are the things that will be equal? So first we can write OA is equal to OC. OA equal to OC. It was already given that they are bisecting. Okay, I have not mentioned here, but what it was given in the question that they are bisecting and they are perpendicular. So that means AO will be equal to OC, and then after OD will be equal to OB. That also we can write OD is equal to OB. So these things were given. Else you can write AC and BD are bisecting each other. Okay, so next thing, the last thing that we need, that is the angle AOD. Angle AOD will be equal to angle BOC. Why? One is they already given in the question that they are 90 degree, and also we can write vertically opposite angle. Okay, so now therefore triangle AOD will be congruent to triangle BOC by SAS rule or SAS criteria. So now using this one, we can write AD is equal to BC. Okay, AD equal to BC, and what property we can write here? Due to CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. And also we can write that angle ODA is equal to angle OBC. This will also due to CPCT. Okay, so what we can write here, if you see the diagram here, ODA, we have got this one and this angle. So if I draw separately here, in order to show these angles, I'm drawing two lines AD and BC, and then after which angles were equal? This angle and this angle. Okay, due to CPCT. So if you see nicely here, these angles are alternate angles, and if they are equal, that means AD will be parallel to BC. Okay, so what we can write here, but these are alternate angles, therefore AD will be parallel to BC. So due to this property, we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. In parallelogram, what happens? Opposite sides are parallel. So the way we have shown AD parallel to BC, we can show AB is parallel to CD by taking these two triangles also. Okay, so no need to take these triangles. So we can write AD is parallel to BC, so therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so now again, what I will take in triangle OAB and triangle ADO. Okay, I'm taking these two triangles. So we have shown the opposite sides are equal. Okay, and also we have proved that this is parallelogram, so opposite side will be equal. So now you need to show that their adjacent sides are equal. Once we are showing adjacent sides are equal, so directly we can write that all the side will be equal. Okay, we have to link the opposite side with this adjacent side. Okay, so what we are getting here in OAB and then after ADO, so this is the common, so we can write OA is equal to OA, common side between the two triangles, and then after what we can write, OD is equal to OB. Why? Because we have already shown that, or it was given that they are bisecting each other. Okay, here you can write given, and then after the last things we want, this angle will be equal. Okay, AOD and then after AOB. Why? It is already given that they were perpendicular and bisecting each other. So bisecting part we have taken, they are equal, OD and OB are equal, and now we can write the angles are also equal. So which are the angles? AOD will be equal to AOB. Okay, so here we have written in the left hand side OAB triangle and the right hand side ADO triangle. So whatever things will be of triangle OAB should be written in the left hand side. So I can exchange the things. AOB equal to angle AOD, each 90 degree. Okay, so up to here I hope you have understand this one. So therefore using these three equals, I can write triangle OAB is congruent to triangle ADO. Okay, by which rule? So two sides we have taken equal and one angle we have shown equal, so it will be SAS. Okay, so now we can write the adjacent sides with the help of CPCT. AB is equal to AD. So here I am writing AB is equal to AD. Why? Due to CPCT. Okay, so since what we have got earlier, that since ABCD is a parallelogram, and now we are getting AB is equal to AD, so therefore ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, now we are getting all the sides are equal. Okay, so now all the sides are equal, that means they are rhombus, and now we need to show that a corner angle is 90 degree. Okay, so for that I will take again, so which triangle we need to show now congruent? This triangle ABD and then after ABC. Okay, if you have seen in the earlier questions, earlier solutions, whenever we have shown a corner angle or a angle made by the vertices, we have taken two triangles with a common base. Okay, so once we are showing two triangles congruent, then with the help of the theorem that angles in the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Okay, so after taking these two triangles congruent, I can show these two angles are equal with the help of CPCT, and then after using the theorem that the angles in the same side of the transversal are 180 degree or supplementary, so with the help of that we can show one angle is 90 degree. Okay, if I show one angle 90 degree, then all will be, similarly we can prove all will be 90 degree, and thus this will be a square. So let's prove that one. So I'm taking two triangles, that is, try to compare the diagram, okay, in order to understand the solution, whatever the things has been taken and why we have shown that one, why we have written equal that one. Okay, so AB will be equal to AB, that is our common base of the two triangles. Okay, then after AC will be equal to BD, that was already given, the diagonals. Then after BC equal to AD. Okay, that is the opposite side of parallelogram. Okay, so AB equal to AB, common side, AC equal to BD, that was the given diagonals, and BC is equal to AD. The opposite side of the parallelogram are always equal. Therefore, what we can write, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. Okay, why? Due to triple S. Okay, so three sides we have taken equal. So therefore, what we can write, angle BAD or ABC, angle ABC will be equal to angle BAD. These are the two angles I am taking equal due to CPCT. Okay, now using the theorem, angles in the same side of transversal. So suppose I have shown earlier that AD is parallel to BC, okay, because this is the parallelogram, and then after if I draw this one, this is AD, this is BC, and this one is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are the same angle inside the transversal of the parallel line AD and BC. So they will make how much? They will make 180 degree after adding. Okay, so therefore angle here ABC should be there. So angle ABC plus angle BAD will be equal to how much? 180 degree. So angles in the same side of the transversal are what? Are supplementary. Okay, so using this one, since I have shown this one ABC is equal to BAD, so each angle will be how much? Each angle will be 90 degree. Okay, this also will be 90 degree. So since this angle A and B, ABC and BAD are both 90 degree, so we can show this also and this angle also as 90 degree. Okay, so here I can write similarly angle ADC will be equal to BCD is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so therefore what we can write, we have already shown all the sides are equal, and now we have shown the corner angles are 90 degree. So it will be, therefore ABCD is a square. Okay, so go through the video nicely. Okay, and then after see the solutions. Okay, compare the diagrams and whatever we have written, why we have written that. If you see and if you know that, understand that what we have taken and why we have taken, then you will be able to get the whole solution. Okay, so students, now we will be doing question number 6 of exercise 8.1. okay, so what it is given here in this question, you can see the question in the screen of the video. So ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so using this one we can find out, or we can take many things from the property of the parallelograms. Okay, so opposite side will be equal, opposite side will be parallel. Okay, so that we will be taking in the solution. Okay, we will not write that one, since simply writing ABCD is a parallelogram, from there we can take anything of the parallelogram. Okay, so here what need to be proved? So here two things we need to prove: that angle C is also bisect, or we can write what it is given in the question. It bisect angle C. Okay, so next, number 2, it is given ABCD. We need to prove ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so it bisect angle C also. That means what is given in the question, that angle A has been bisected by angle AC. So that means this angle, these two angles will be equal. Angle A has been bisected by AC, that means they will be giving us two angles that will be equal. Okay, that means DAC is equal to CAB. Okay, so now here also, for showing angle C has been bisected by AC, so we need to prove that this angle and this angle DCA and BCA, we need to show equal. Once we have shown equal, then we can write AC bisect angle C. Okay, so now what we can take here, in order to show these two angles equal, we need to take these two triangles. Okay, it is obvious that, and it is always that whenever we have to show any side or any angle equal, we need to show the two triangles that it composed of. Okay, that the side is composed of, or either that one angle will be composed of. So which triangle they are composing, so that two triangles we need to show congruent. Okay, so now here also, for proving one, I will take in triangle ADC and triangle ABC. So here what we can write, the equal things, three equal things. AC1, we will write AC is equal to ACY, they are common. Okay, next we can write AD is equal to BC. Why we can write this one? Because they are the opposite side of parallelogram. Okay, and then after CD will be equal to AB. Here also the same reason will be coming over here, opposite side of parallelogram. Also you can take this angle also, instead of any one of the things we have written equal, this angle we can take equal. Okay, so therefore triangle ADC will be congruent to triangle ABC. By which criteria? We have shown three sides equal, so therefore it will be triple S criteria. Okay, so therefore what we can write here, angle DCA will be equal to angle BCA. Why? Due to CPCT. Okay, so from here, from this conclusion, we can write, therefore angle C is bisected by AC. Okay, or you can write AC bisect angle C. Okay, now we have proved the first part, and now we have to proceed towards the second part, that is we need to show ABCD is a rhombus. So for rhombus, if we show all the four sides are equal, then directly we can write ABCD is a rhombus. So now we have already got that this is a parallelogram, so their opposite sides are equal. So if I show two adjacent sides equal, then we can write directly that ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so now we will prove question number 2, that is ABCD is a rhombus. So since what we have got, ADC, triangle ADC is congruent to triangle ABC, so therefore using CPCT we can take many things from here. Okay, so what we can take, this AB is equal to AD, okay, and BC will be equal to CD. What we can take, from ADC we are taking AD is equal to AB, and then after CD is equal to BC. Compare the diagram, okay, CPCT, okay. And also we know this one is parallelogram, ABCD is a parallelogram, okay. Now what we have got, AB, this and this is equal, this and this is equal, okay. And also we know that this AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD. So earlier we are not finding any link between that all the sides are equal. What we are getting, this and this is equal and only this and this is equal. So using the parallelogram property, AD is also equal to BC. So if this one is equal to this one, so if AD is equal to BC, then automatically this one will be equal to this one. And if this one is equal to this one, so automatically this one will be equal to this one, okay, and this one will be equal to this one. So from parallelogram property we can write AD is equal to BC, compare the diagram, okay, and AB equal to CD. So we can write that all the sides are equal. AB is equal to BC, BC is equal to CD, CD is equal to AD. Or else you can write this one 1 and this one is 2. So here you write from 1 and 2. What we are getting, all the sides are equal, and so ABCD is a rhombus. For rhombus only sides matters here, okay. Once you show all the sides are equal, so everything will be equal, and then after it will be a rhombus, okay. Only for square we need to show the corner angles should be 90 degree. Here in this chapter, whatever question till now we have done, in every cases we are showing equal sides, equal angles. So using the congruence rule we are taking that, and using the CPCT rule we are showing the equal between the angles and sides, okay. Try to understand the concept here, what we are using here in this chapter, and till whatever questions we have done till now. So you need to understand and compare the diagrams for your solutions, okay. I hope you have understand these two solutions, question number 5 and question number 6. We will meet again in the next video where we will be solving several other questions of this exercise and next exercise also, okay. Until then, take care and thank you.